Hello and welcome to the Worst Movie Podcast. I'm Ade.
And I'm Aaron, and this is a podcast where we watch the worst movies ever made in the hopes of finding a hidden gem.
Enjoy. So what have you been watching lately?
I've been rewatching The Last Dance on Netflix, the Michael Jordan documentary.
I assume since you're rewatching it, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I loved it. I've been rewatching with John and Amanda. Amanda has never seen it. She went in knowing nothing about Michael Jordan other than he was a great basketball player.
That's almost impossible to do.
I know. It's impressive. So everything she sees about him is new to her, which is
She's
fun.
like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And John, I think, had seen a few episodes of it, but didn't finish it. But it's a really good documentary. I feel like his brain should be studied when he dies. Something is going on inside there that makes him have to win at everything.
He's made different.
He really is.
We also watched the new FNAF movie together last night. What did you think of it?
I had a great time.
Don't worry.
With
my kids aren't going to listen.
Yeah, that's true. I did not like it. I pretty much rolled my eyes or laughed through the whole thing, made jokes.
I mean, I left briefly to go to the bathroom and saw you browsing Discord.
Yeah, it was one of those horror movies that I talked about during Horrible Horror Month or whatever, where it relies entirely on jump scares for tension. And I was like, none of that, they were all telegraphed. They were so obvious that the jump scare was coming. And I was just like, okay, we get it. Enough already.
The game is built around jump scares. I mean, that's what the game is.
Yeah, I've never played the game either, so I was just there to hang out with your kids and you guys, see you guys and stuff. But yeah, the movie itself, I was like, not that into. I saw the first one and kind of had the same reaction, so I didn't expect it to be good, but I had a good time.
Yeah. We're recording this a week ahead of time, so we saw this opening weekend, and good amount of people were cosplayed as Five Nights at Freddy's characters. I had fun, mostly because I was sitting next to my obsessed son who was laughing at jokes that I wouldn't have guessed that it was a joke, and he was like audibly gasping and leaping out of his seat at Easter eggs that I was like clueless that they were happening. And so it was just funny seeing his reaction. I felt like the movie was 100% fan service. Like,
yeah,
if you had no idea what the game was, this would be incomprehensible as a movie.
Yeah, it's another one of those movies that is just clearly not for me. I'm not into the game. I don't get the Easter eggs, but I would say that the crowd there was really good. Like with the cosplayers, and people were laughing at things that I was like, I don't know what they're laughing at or gasping at, and they were into it. They were cheering and laughing, and it seemed like a good time for them. I was happy to be there, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, the movie's projected to be #1 this weekend, which is kind of crazy for it being reviewed so horribly.
Yeah, and being a video game adaptation, usually those don't do very well.
Yeah, but good for them, good for the fans.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Should we jump into today's movie?
Sure.
Jingle All the Way. This is part of our December theme of horrible holidays. Jingle All the Way came out in 1996, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, Phil Hartman. Found it streaming on Disney, Hulu, Peacock, a bunch of places. Can you spell Schwarzenegger without cheating?
Yes.
Okay. Should I test you?
I mean, I have it written down right in front of me, but
you're staring at it. All right.
I did take German in high school.
Ooh, look at me.
That is very impressive, I know, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's
Okay. Well, I
it's
can't
long,
spell it.
but it's not that complicated.
Yeah, I tried about 3 or 4 times and just ended up having to copy and paste from my notes.
That's fair.
This movie has 20% on Rotten Tomatoes and $75 million budget, made 130 million at box office, so was successful. Just critics did not like it. Do you remember this movie? Have you seen it before?
Yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times actually. I loved it as a kid. I saw it when it came out, and we probably had the VHS. I don't remember, but yeah, I saw it a lot. And then I've watched it again probably within the last like 5 years, but I didn't remember what I thought of it. I thought that I liked it still as an adult, but yeah, I did not like it actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you think of it?
I don't remember watching this before. I feel like I'd put money though that I saw it in theaters. I'm pretty sure I've not seen it since 1996, or maybe I rented it in 1997 or something like that. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I can't defend my opinion on it though. I think I was just either in the Christmas spirit or
Mm,
90s nostalgia mode or something like that. Like
yeah.
as a movie, it's not a good movie. And
No.
we'll get into it, but the third act just starts going batshit. Uh and in a way that that usually just annoys me, but I don't know. I think I kind of forgave it for, I don't know, yeah, nostalgic reasons or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a good movie.
It was very nostalgic for me. It still had all of those feelings, but I was like, "Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is objectively bad."
Why don't you give a summary of what the movie's about?
Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a character named Howard who is a mattress salesman in Minneapolis. He has a wife, Liz, played by Rita Wilson, and a son, Jamie, played by Jake Lloyd, who was Anakin in Episode 1 of Star Wars.
Yep.
This was, I think, pre Star Wars. And basically, he's a terrible father. He's constantly letting his family down, working too much, missing family events, breaking promises to his kid. And to try to make it up to Jamie, he tells him he's going to get him this toy that he's been begging for called it's a Turbo Man is the action figure, and it's based on a TV show that his son loves. But he didn't get it 2 weeks ago, like he told his wife he would. So he's trying to get it on Christmas Eve, and it's the biggest toy in the world, and it's sold out everywhere. And so he has to go try to find an available toy on Christmas Eve, and kind of calamity ensues.
Do you remember Christmas shopping being like this?
I remember it being on the news like this. I never went. I've done Black Friday stuff and like standing in line, but I've never been in like a doorbuster, everybody rushes in scenario. I think the closest that I've been in was maybe the Switch launch, but
Right.
that was not even close to like the Tickle Me Elmo or the Cabbage Patch Kids or whatever
Yeah.
that I remember
Yeah.
seeing on the news.
Do you do you remember it being called the Cabbage Patch Riots? Like there were so many, like that was what the media called it because there's so many like violent incidents
I didn't
around.
remember it being called the riots, but I remember they were like the hottest thing in the world for a while.
Yeah. I don't think I knew about this, or I'd completely forgotten about it, but was reading about that. And like, man, Christmas shopping has changed a lot. Like,
Yeah.
uh, since the 90s. I mean, the Cabbage Patch riots were in the 80s, but yeah, the
Mhm.
80s and the 90s. I mean, that was my overall arching thought through most of this movie. Like, how much just online shopping has changed
Yeah.
the culture. Like some none of this movie would work today. Like it just doesn't make sense. Uh, like his
No.
wife would just order the toy on Amazon and be done with it. But
Yeah. You could probably order it for pickup like somewhere local anyway and just have it same day. Yeah,
Are you
this never happens anymore.
are you a last minute Christmas shopper in general, or what's your
Uh,
style?
I'm so last minute that I generally don't buy Christmas presents for people. I
You're
am
still working on your like 2005 list.
I am a notoriously bad uh gift giver. I'm a bad like holiday person. I don't remember my own birthday. Like I don't remember other people's birthdays or anniversaries. Holiday. I'm not tuned into that. So I do
You're
try
just
to get gifts for like Amanda and a few people, but like I'm not I'm not a good gift giver.
so you're just saying it. You're a narcissist. Is that what you're admitting?
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably true. I'm so wrapped up in my own shit that
Yeah,
I forget about other people sometimes.
yeah. I'm pretty bad too. Our family culture was basically just like Christmas Eve or maybe December 23rd. Be like, what do you want for Christmas? And then lots of handwritten coupons
Yeah.
for yeah, or IOUs.
I've definitely given my fair share of those.
Can we start off? I don't want this to be my thing, but the first scene, well, not the first scene, but the second scene in the movie is a Christmas party at Arnold's work, and there's a lot of dancing again
And
at this
drinking.
Christmas party that his wife isn't at. So I assume family is not invited. Is this just a thing that like there's a conga line, and not only is there a conga line at work, but there's also other dancing happening at the same time. Like
Yeah.
everyone's dancing with each other. They're just me. I mean, I don't know. This is bothering
I
me.
do think it's funny that those are the things that stick out to you. And I did, when I was watching that scene, I was like, Ade's going to have a problem with this. I could
Yeah.
tell. I mean, I don't think that I would be comfortable with it. Especially if I'm running that company. But like, yeah, it was a popular thing. I don't know. Maybe it's like a holdover from like the 60s or something that the people making movies in the 90s grew up in the 60s probably, and they were thinking that this is what company parties are like. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Hollywood company parties are that way. And so they think like that,
Mm.
that just applies to other
This is how real
industries.
people live.
I'm going to start asking lots of friends and family what their Christmas parties are like.
Yeah, we need some definition on this. We need some clarity.
By the way, in that scene, so Arnold's working late on Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve Eve. Yeah, it's December 23rd.
Yeah.
And he's like taking orders for mattresses, I guess, and like just constantly on the phone
You're
while
my
all
number
his
one customer.
yeah, while all his coworkers are partying. Why is he so busy? Why are people buying mattresses like
They were buying like
rapid fire?
hundreds of mattresses. So I think that they
Yeah,
they were like, they must have been hotels or something that were buying mattresses.
but they're working on December 23rd. That just doesn't seems
Yeah,
weird.
it does seem weird. It was a flimsy plot point, I think.
Let's talk a little bit about Arnold in this movie. What did you think about him in this movie?
I thought that I remembered his acting being better. I thought he
it,
was not good in this.
it could not be any worse, for sure.
It was really bad. I was writing my notes and I'm like, man, Arnold is not good in this scene. Like, it was one of the opening scenes. It was maybe the scene where he was selling the mattresses, and I was like, this is really bad, like line delivery and everything. And then I was like, this acting is really bad. And then my next note is, this movie is just really bad.
Yeah.
He was not good. There was this scene towards the end. It's like the only emotional scene where he cries, and it was like literally 2 seconds of him clearly with like drops in his eyes, looking sad at the camera.
Was it with the reindeer and the beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that
Yeah.
was just a weird batshit scene anyway. But yeah, I had trouble trying to understand. I mean, first of all, yes, his acting was terrible, and it was a little surprising because clearly he's known for action movies and just playing stoic characters. But he's also done a lot of comedic roles. He hasn't really done. I wouldn't say a lot of dramatic roles that ask for some heavy lifting from an acting standpoint, but I think I kind of need to rewatch some of those comedic movies again because I don't remember them being this bad either. But it's hard to hate Arnold. I think he's just such a
Yeah.
likable guy that I liked him in a lot of this movie, but I just wondered if he was kind of miscast. Like, would this be a much better movie if it was kind of an everyman character, like a Tom Hanks or a Paul Rudd or like a clear comedian who could, really carry this movie a lot better than Arnold could.
I mean, maybe like a Bruce Willis or something, but I feel like for his character, he has to be borderline comic book superhero type physique because he becomes Turbo Man at the end of the movie to spoil it. But like,
Yeah, but that's the worst part of the movie. Like you could clearly
yeah,
change the ending, and it would you could change the ending to anything, and it would be a better movie. I think.
yeah, yeah. Maybe the Turbo Man ending was shoehorned in there to get Arnold into a superhero costume and have some
Yeah,
action. Yeah,
they work backwards from there.
yeah. Like I don't know. And right around this time, he was in other. Like he had already been in True Lies at this point.
Yeah, he's great in True Lies. I've seen that again like recently, and
Yeah,
he's great.
definitely one of my favorites. Junior Twins had already come out. Like
Hmm.
Kindergarten Cop had come out, which maybe I need to rewatch because I remember liking Kindergarten Cop. But yeah, he had been in comedies that were he was better than this. I don't get it. But yeah, probably miscast.
He did seem to have a lot of fun, so maybe that's part of why like you could just tell on screen that he's enjoying it and camping it up, but yeah, it just doesn't work. Bit of a tangent, but one of my favorite parts was when Phil Hartman's character says to him, "You can't bench press your way out of this one." Just kind of out of nowhere. Nowhere in the movie does Arnold work out or really even use his physique.
They
Uh,
don't even bring up his physique. It's not even
yeah,
like a plot point until the very end.
I just kind of like that
Yeah,
self-referential bit of ad lib. It seemed like.
Yeah, I like that too. Phil Hartman was great in this movie. There were a few good performances, and I think Phil Hartman was one of them. I loved him in this movie.
Do you want to talk about who his character was in this movie?
Yeah, he's Arnold Schwarzenegger's neighbor who we find out was recently divorced and is now like the most eligible bachelor in town. That's what he called himself. And he's like flirting with every woman that will come near him. He's like the sleaziest, but like dad sleazy.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's not like a Casanova. He's like suburban, middle-aged dad vibe. But yeah, he's like uh contributing his handyman skills and baking with these wives and stuff like that. It was a little
Married
confusing.
women.
It was confusing at first because he's introduced kind of at this at the karate exhibition or whatever, and all these women are coming up to him, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And it takes a while before they come back to it and kind of explain it. Um, his plan's working, right? Like, is he banging all these married women? I mean, they never really tell us, but it seemed like the women were into it.
I think it's possible he was banging them. They did seem to be all over him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good
everyone
for
but
him, I
Arnold's.
guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
everyone but Arnold's wife.
Yeah. She almost gave in.
Yeah,
She thought about it.
it's one point Arnold comes home and Phil Hartman's character is putting lights on his house. What would you do if that happened? If you just drove up and your neighbor's just like, "Hey, I thought you needed some Christmas lights."
I would definitely be unsettled. I'm not like an outgoing neighbor. I'm a friendly neighbor. I think I'm a good neighbor
Yeah,
generally, but I'm not somebody that's like I'm going to bring you cookies when you move into the neighborhood and like go out of my way to get involved in your life.
probably not a
So
surprise given your admission about giving gifts in general, but
yeah, my general self-centered nature. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I would be like, what the fuck are you doing on my roof?
yeah. But
Yeah.
I loved how they kind of he's a little like creepy, sleazy. I don't know the right word for it, but yeah, he seems nice, but you're like, oh, there's something a little bit different to this, and then
Yeah.
it just keeps building and building, and I he plays it really well.
Yeah, he was great in this. There were a lot of side characters with good performances that I liked. I hated Arnold and Sinbad in this movie, who are the two main characters, but almost everyone else, I was like, I think they did great.
Why did you hate Sinbad?
He was so over the top in every scene that he was in. Like, maybe I don't remember Sinbad's career that well, so maybe that was his shtick. But
That's
he
how I remember him. Yeah,
yeah, it was extremely over the top and screaming in every scene, and like I didn't laugh. That's the other thing about this movie is like I didn't really laugh at anything. Maybe like a few like physical gags or something here and there, but
yeah.
I was not into the jokes they were writing. Like like the dialogue was not funny.
I mean, for Sinbad, I don't know how much they were writing. I think it's all all improv. So he plays a post office worker who's also going after this Turbo Man toy, and he references a lot, basically just that stereotype from the '80s '90s era of post office workers going postal. You know where that
Hmm.
expression comes from. Do you remember that whole era of? I mean, that's similar to you're probably a little too young to be reading the news, but
Yeah.
uh, of when everyone was kind of afraid of post office workers.
Yeah, I do remember that era.
It's referenced a lot in this movie. Like I kind of felt like there are a couple current events things that Sinbad talks about that I'm like, this feel way too soon during the movie. Like I don't know if you
Bring,
caught this, but
brings up
there's a
Rodney King.
yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. There's a scene where they're basically fighting in this mall for the chance to get the toy, and he's on the ground getting trampled over, and he just starts saying Rodney King," and even I felt like I was like, "Oh, that's too soon," and that's it's been 30 years plus, but yeah, that's I mean
Yeah.
I think that was definitely his shtick in this movie is to reference a lot of like contemporary events.
Yeah. Do you think that that was an edgy joke in 96?
I think in the 90s, we were a lot less sensitive, probably,
Yeah.
to that sort of thing. But maybe, I mean, edgy for a PG family Christmas movie. There's a whole scene where he pretends and then actually is carrying a bomb and blows up the cops. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I felt like there are a few things that had a bit of edge to it. Maybe it didn't feel that way in the 90s, but hard to tell.
Yeah.
I thought his performance was definitely over the top. I thought that first scene was really funny when they're standing in that crowd and he just starts ranting. And I I like about, let's say, 25 to 30% of his dialogue in this movie. The third act, it just went crazy, and it was just like, what is even happening here?
Yeah.
It's beyond plausibility, but I kind of like Sinbad.
I did not. That first scene where he went on a rant, I was like, oh
Yeah,
my God, shut the fuck up. We're
yeah.
all just waiting in line to get a toy. You don't need to be screaming.
He was under a lot of pressure.
Apparently, he was about to go postal.
What other side characters did you like then?
I liked Jim Belushi as like this shady mall Santa Claus who had the hookup for like these counterfeit Turbo Man dolls. And
That
it was,
that was maybe my favorite part of the movie, by the way. What do you
yeah.
think was happening with Jim Belushi and that whole gang?
I don't know. It seemed like organized crime. Yeah. So he realizes that Arnold is looking for this toy, and he's like, "Oh, I can get you the hookup." And he takes him to this factory, like out of town,
Yeah,
and
it's shady as hell.
it's all just mall Santas and their elves, and they're working building counterfeit Turbo Man toys, I guess.
It didn't seem like it was just a Turbo Man operation. It seemed like they were doing a bunch of different things, which I kind of wanted to rewatch that scene again because I felt like there was a lot of just goodness that I missed in the
Yeah.
background.
There's so Vern Troyer is in that scene uncredited as a tiny little Santa that gets
Okay.
punched off of.
Oh, that was for Troy. I
Yeah,
I felt dirty for laughing at that, but that was hilarious.
I said the same thing. I was like, well, I guess I'm going straight to hell because I already laughed at the little person getting punched into a oblivion.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I laughed at that, and it turned into this huge melee of Arnold fighting every mall Santa in Minneapolis. I guess there were so many of them there, and all of the little people who were playing elves. Yeah, it was chaos and probably not politically correct to laugh at, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean there were other funny things in there too, but yeah, it was just I thought it was just crazy to imagine this world where they have this thriving criminal enterprise doing whatever the hell they're doing, and they're all dressed up still as Santas.
Yeah, they're like
uh,
in their costumes still at a factory.
and just the whole sequence of how he gives them the doll, and then he's like, "Don't unwrap it." And then
It's speaking in
it's
Spanish.
yeah, it's a Spanish version of the doll, and then it falls apart when he tries to open the box, and it's great.
Yeah.
I laughed too when when the really big guy, big Santa came out, and that guy was huge.
Yeah. I think that was a professional wrestler.
He was. I
Was it
looked him up
Kevin
after.
Nash?
I don't remember his name, but yeah, I mean he was head and shoulders above Arnold, which
Yeah, he was huge.
yeah. I laughed out loud at Chris Parnell, a young Chris Parnell.
Oh yeah, I had him written down as one of my favorites too.
Yeah,
He
I
was like
mean he did.
a store employee that was just laughing in his face, in Arnold's face, when he asked him if they had any more Turbo Man toys,
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
like hysterical.
He didn't have much to work with, but yeah, I love that scene.
I liked Phil Morris played Gale Force, the weatherman, and he had this co-host named Liza Tish, and they were like the MCs of the
Oh,
parade.
of the parade. Yeah,
Yeah, and I thought that they were kind of quirky and funny. And
yeah, they're fun.
Phil Morris, did you recognize him?
No, I didn't.
He's Jackie Childs from Seinfeld, the lawyer that
Oh,
Kramer
okay.
always uses. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
that was him.
I felt like he looked a little familiar, but not enough to where I'd actually research it. By the way, have you ever wanted a toy that badly as the kids in this movie do?
Probably the closest that I have ever come to that type of like manic need to have something is like a Nintendo 64 or something.
Yeah.
I was really into the consoles of the time.
Yeah, felt like I couldn't really relate to how crazy this universe was about Turbo Man. Like the
Yeah.
kids really wanted Turbo Man, and then you mentioned the uh whatever broadcasters talking about the parade.
Yeah.
Like they seemed really excited about Turbo Man being in the parade, and like lots of adults are like, "Did you hear Turbo Man is going to be in the parade?" Like, I, I was trying to understand what the parallel would be if like somebody was like, "Iron Man's going to be in the parade," and it's not
Yeah.
even like Robert Downey Jr. because
It's just a guy.
it's just a guy in an Iron Man outfit, and the adults are like losing their minds that he's going to be in this parade.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly meant for kids to be like, everyone's excited about this. And
Yeah.
maybe the adults were just like playing along, kind of the way I played along with the excitement of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, the
But
adults are
they
really playing
seem
it up here.
genuinely into it
Yeah,
at the time. It's
this
very
has to be
strange.
the biggest franchise ever in this world.
Yeah, I read that it was based on the like Power Rangers craze and stuff of the
Yeah.
time. But
Were you into Power Rangers? I
I
was a bit
loved
too old.
I
Yeah.
loved Power Rangers. I went and saw the movies and had the toys and watched it religiously after school.
I actually vividly remember watching the first episode of Power Rangers because it was on Saturday morning and it came after, I don't know, some cartoon that I watch regularly. And
Uh-huh.
and I was so confused as to what it was. And I was
Yeah.
just like, why is this on why is this on this channel? Uh like yeah,
It, it's a
and
very
I
weird show, and that there are parts of it that are clearly just taken from a Japanese
yeah, they're
television
just
show.
dubbed. Yeah.
And then there's like the American teenager high schooler part that they don't fit together that well, but I was obsessed with it.
No, I remember that and my feeling towards it never got any better. I think my younger siblings were into it, and obviously everybody around was into it that was a little bit younger, but yeah, I never got into it.
I do remember as a kid being like, I don't know why Rita's mouth doesn't match up to what she's saying.
uh, the quality of entertainment was the floor was so low back then.
Yeah, my standards were certainly lower.
Yeah, I've already said the third act just kind of jumped the shark. He goes to this parade and essentially gets mistaken for the guy who's supposed to be Turbo Man, and he gets in the Turbo Man outfit, and then there's just a full on like real life jetpack battle and stuff. And I'm like, did we have jetpack technology in 1996? Do we have it today? Like, could this happen today?
I honestly don't know the answer to that. But the other thing that's stupid about it is not only is he in a case of mistaken identity where he's being dressed up as Turbo Man, Sinbad has also stolen the costume of his arch rival and is playing the part of his enemy in the parade as well. Like they're both there when they shouldn't be. Like the main attraction of this parade somehow.
Sinbad's story makes no sense at this point. So basically, for this to make sense, he's still looking for a doll, and the parade Turbo Man has a Turbo Man doll on the float that he's going to give away to a child. And so Sinbad is at the parade. He sees enough about, oh, I'm going to go get this doll. Instead of just like running up onto the float, grabbing the doll and running off, he's like, oh, the villain, Turbo Man villain, I forget his name, the brainy guy.
Yeah,
I see the actor perched up on this ledge, getting ready to enter this play, whatever that they're going to do in the parade.
yeah.
I'm going to climb up there, beat him up, steal his suit, act out the part of the villain, defeat him in this play, and then grab the doll. And it's just like, it just starts going like super crazy. And
yeah, it was stupid. Also, Sinbad might have been the only person that knew Arnold who recognized that he was the one in the suit.
Well,
his own family
yeah,
interacted with him as Turbo Man several times before they realized, oh my God, this is my dad or this is my husband.
I mean, they only realized it when he took off his clear helmet.
I know. He's speaking like, in an Austrian accent the whole time.
They're staring at each other face to face and don't realize that that's him. That's your husband of however many years. I mean, that's one problem with just Arnold in general. Every movie, you have to suspend disbelief that people can hear his like distinct accent.
Just assume he's a normal American dad.
Yeah. Oh, you're just Harry, the mattress salesman. Or
Howard.
Howard. Yeah. Harry's his true lies name. Yeah. You're just Howard, the mattress salesman. You're not this like, man with, a top 0.01% physique and also the most identifiable actor's voice in the world.
Yeah, like maybe James Earl Jones and then Arnold. As the top two most recognizable voices in Hollywood.
I don't know. Yeah, I strained to think of anybody else that you would recognize on the telephone more easily.
Yeah. It was so stupid.
I just have a bunch of small notes left. Why is Jamie, the son, carrying an empty backpack to the parade? And the only answer is that so that Arnold can put the toy in his backpack.
That's convenient writing.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't notice that.
how does the cop get his hair back? it's
Oh yeah, because it
it's
got singed off, right?
yeah,
In the bomb.
in the bomb, and then 15 minutes later,
He's
he
back to
looks
normal.
completely fine. He has bandages on his hands, so
Yeah.
he's
Because he was
uh
holding a bomb that went off in his hands, but he's perfectly fine.
right. Yeah. I mean, this movie is a cartoon, so small details on it. Did you notice at the karate exhibition they're all breaking boards, and then Arnold shows up and everyone's gone, lights are off. He doesn't realize he's that late that like everyone's exited.
The parking
But
lot is completely empty.
yeah, exactly. Uh, but the part that I loved is it's just all that's left is a janitor, and she's just sweeping up boards. Like they left all these broken boards for the janitor.
And
I
also,
don't
it
know.
took that long to get around to sweeping them up, too. Like,
Yeah.
enough time passed that everyone left and they shut all the lights off. And
I mean, can you imagine just showing up for your shift and you're just like, what the fuck? They just left all this
having
broken wood.
having worked in retail and working opening shifts, that I can believe that you would walk into that kind of shit show.
Yeah. I don't think I'd ever thought about this before, but this movie made me ask this question. What do you do with carolers?
I
If you
don't know.
if you open the door and they're just carolers singing,
Do you tip
do you
them?
are yeah, are you just supposed to like sit there like smiling and nodding for 3.5 minutes, or yeah, what do you do?
I think so. Maybe you just enjoy it from inside. Are you supposed to come out and like interact with them?
I mean, that feels even weirder that like they're just singing at your doorstep and you're just peering through the drapes, just like smiling at them, and but
I just treat them like I treat my DoorDash driver.
you just like duck below and like occasionally peek through to see if he's still there.
Yeah. I'll watch them on my doorbell camera till they leave. In your life, have you ever gone or seen carolers?
I think there's such a movie staple that I want to say yes, I've seen them, but I couldn't tell you where or when. I even kind of want to say that like maybe I did like I did like church choir stuff when I was young, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we ever went door to door. Have you?
Yeah, I was trying to think about it. I think that maybe I did it as a kid with the church. Like that's the only thing I can think of. But like I have no memory of actually going out and singing anything.
Yeah,
And I've
I
never
would
seen them come around to like my house.
yeah, I wouldn't bet money that I've actually done it. But it does seem like it's in every Christmas movie, right?
I
Like I
know.
mean
It
it's
seems like just a movie thing. Like I don't think it exists in real life. Why does Arnold hate Phil Hartman? Other than like he
I mean
is
he's trying to
flirting with his wife, but how long has he
yeah,
been doing that he developed this hate for him?
I mean, it seems like they mentioned early in the movie, Phil Hartman's been this way ever since his wife left him. So it
Yeah.
feels like it's been going on for quite a while. Like I don't know. I hated Ted pretty quickly. One of the funniest moments was when Arnold's talking to his son and he's asking to talk to his wife, and the son is like, "She's next door petting Ted," and he's like, "What?"
Because they had named the reindeer Ted after
Yeah,
Phil Hartman's character. But yeah.
yeah. I mean, all
I,
the
I did laugh at that part.
I mean, everything Ted does, the neighbor, Phil Hartman does. If I was Arnold, I would want to punch him. So yeah, I mean, it's warranted.
Yeah. I also liked when Phil Hartman was at Howard's house talking to Arnold, and he's like talking about all the cookies he's eating. He's like, "You're eating my cookies?" And then he's like, "Oh, I'll take care of everything. I'll make sure the kids are whatever." And then he's like turns, he's like, "Pipe down in there." Like he's
Yeah,
screaming at the kids.
yeah. Hartman was great in this. I don't know.
Yeah, rip. I
Uh,
miss Phil Hartman.
yeah, I do too.
He was really
Um,
good.
yeah. By the way, well, my favorite Sinbad quote. I know you didn't like much of his dialogue, but I think this was during the standoff at the radio station. He's like, "I'll know if you move because I have the ear of a snake."
Yeah, I did hear that. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I laughed out loud because yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I, I'm embarrassed to say, but I did Google, do, do snakes hear well?
Do they?
And like ChatGPT had this very detailed response, and I felt even stupider because the first bullet point was snakes don't actually have ears, and I'm like, really? I knew that, but anyway, long story short, they do not hear well. But that's just the comedic genius to come up with that off the top of your head. I think that's great.
Genius?
Maybe I'm using that word too loosely, but I appreciated his improv.
Yeah, it didn't work for me.
Did you watch the end credit scene?
Yes.
You didn't like it?
No, like as soon as it happened, I was like, he didn't get his wife anything. Like it was so obvious that he went through this whole thing to get his son a gift and he didn't get his wife anything. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Anyway,
we had completely different takes on it. I went into it thinking I liked it already
yeah.
and and hated it. We should talk about like the themes of this movie, I think, because Chris Columbus, who did tons of movies, Harry Potter movies, and he's super well known, came in and rewrote the script as a satire to kind of poke fun at consumerism and commercialism and all of this thing. And there were also, it seemed like they were trying to touch on like blue collar versus white collar. And then I think Sinbad was bringing a lot of race jokes to it. But
Yeah.
did you feel like they delivered a message, like that any of the messages landed from
No,
that
I didn't.
angle?
Are we going to have the satire versus non-satire discussion again?
No, I don't want to talk about this movie that much.
No, it was a very lighthearted movie. I mean, there were, like I said, nods to broader themes that seemed like current events and things like that, but no, it felt very lighthearted to me.
Yeah, it seemed like they were trying to have a message behind the movie, like we're gonna find the true meaning behind Christmas. But in the end, he ultimately like it's all about getting the toy for the kid and the gift for your wife. Like it's still consumerism.
That is the true meaning of Christmas, right? Is to pretend there's a broader meaning, but still ultimately just get gifts for people. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really putting that theory to the test. The consumerism is Christmas thing by not getting anyone anything this year. So
Yeah,
be warned.
Final thing I'll say in defense of this movie is it was exactly 1 hour 29 minutes.
I love
30 seconds. I literally wrote chef's kiss when I saw in my notes when I saw that. I was like, this is the way movies this type of movie especially is meant to be done. It's just like simple premise, bunch of jokes in and out, don't make me think too much.
Yeah. I loved the length of it. I was very pleased. I kept checking the run how much time was left. And I was always like, okay, I can get through 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt like it moved pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, not to compare all the movies, but our previous movie, Deck the Halls, I felt like I remember pausing halfway through and just being like, oh, there's and it wasn't a long movie, but it just, there's so much setup and so much veering into nothingness. And this was just like set piece to set piece.
Yeah, I do think that compared to Deck the Halls, this movie did win out in runtime, pretty sure. And it had
we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for
it had like the nostalgia Arnold value that like
yeah.
I don't know. Even I would still probably watch this movie again just because I like 90s movies. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's nostalgic. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not opposed to it. I hated Deck the Halls though. I had none of those things. It was too long. I did laugh when Ted, Phil Hartman's character, is in the car at the parade with Harold Howard's wife, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Here, have some non-alcoholic eggnog." And I was like, "Doesn't eggnog come non-alcoholic? Isn't all eggnog alcohol non-alcoholic till you put alcohol in?"
Yeah, that is true. Uh, yeah, maybe in the 90s and before it was assumed that you were always spiking the eggnog.
Yeah, I guess so.
Again, I enjoyed it. I don't know that it's a good movie. I really would like to see a version that has a completely different third act. Are you
Yeah.
going to see the sequel starring Larry the Cable Guy?
No, I heard it's completely unrelated other than the name.
Yeah, direct to DVD.
Did you like the reindeer scene in this movie?
Yeah, Arnold gets in a fight with a rain. No, I mean, I don't like violence towards animals.
I didn't like that
And
either. I kind of
yeah,
cringed at that, even though it was bad CG. I was like, no.
I did like when he's talking to Hartman about getting the reindeer, and he's like, "What's going to happen after Christmas?" Like it was a gotcha question, and Phil Hartman is like, "I've been watching this family of deer." It's just such a like sincere, like he had this like super altruistic,
Yeah,
you know,
they'll accept
answer.
him as one of their own.
Yeah. No, I didn't like Arnold fighting with a reindeer, and I was baffled when like it cut to the next scene, and he's just giving a bunch of old Milwaukee to the reindeer, and had made. I guess they'd made up. I don't know. I didn't really understand. It felt like two
I don't
different
know.
edits, like two different movies that they smushed together.
Yeah, I remember loving the reindeer scene as a kid and thinking that was the funniest shit ever. And I'm watching it as an adult and I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I did.
What are they doing?
There's a lot of this movie that if you broke down, like I said at the top, I can't really defend me liking this movie much, because if you broke down scene by scene, I'd be like, well, yeah, no, that was bad and that was bad. I guess movies are just all about your mood going in, big
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah. Can I just say that I have never understood how boomerangs are supposed to work as weapons?
Yeah, I didn't write that down, but I did think about that several times there. And also there's a weapon with like the guy's fist comes out
Yeah.
and then comes back. It's
He
kind of
shoots his
boomerangy.
fist off and then it comes back to his wrist.
Like that is really like space age technology. We definitely don't have that, I don't think.
Yeah, because like his hand was in the glove that shot off and punched Arnold in the face at the end, and then it comes back and like he moves his hands, and like it's clear that his hand was in there. His hand came off and then reattached.
I mean, even if his hand wasn't in there, even if his like hand got sucked up into the sleeve, that's
Yeah.
still a lot for it to like, I guess, radar. Like it's like the SpaceX landing again, yeah,
Yeah.
from outer space. Like that's not going to work a lot of the time.
Yeah, SpaceX landing a booster is not impressive because I saw Sinbad reattach his hand in the
His hand,
90s.
yeah,
It's so
yeah. If
stupid.
it is, uh, what are your old picks?
I picked Scrooged from 1988. It's a dark comedy starring Bill Murray that is also about finding the true meaning behind Christmas. But it's maybe more adult themed than this one was. It's not a kids movie, but I liked it.
Yeah,
That was pretty good. You?
I didn't really do my homework, so I didn't really have an alt pick. So my last minute alt pick is In Bruges. Is that a Christmas movie?
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I did rewatch that earlier this year and
It's a
liked
good
it a
one.
lot. This is my quote that I wrote down from the movie: two manky hookers and a racist dwarf. I'll just say that out of context, but
That's
uh,
such a good movie.
yeah, it is such a good movie.
Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
Ray Fiennes is in it
Ray
too.
Fiennes.
I
Yeah, he
forgot.
he plays the main. He's their boss.
Oh, nice. I need to watch
Yeah.
that again.
Yeah. Not really a Christmas movie, I would admit. It takes place during Christmas, but yeah.
I've decided if we're accepting Die Hard as a Christmas movie, then I'll accept In Bruges.
All right. Fair enough. Well, I think that's about all we have to say about Jingle All the Way. Merry Christmas. We have probably one more episode we'll do this month, and not going to spoil it, but not a Christmas movie. So this is the last time we'll get to talk about Christmas. Are you looking forward to Christmas?
Yeah, I think so. Don't expect anything from me.
Yeah. Are your friends and family looking forward to spending Christmas with you?
And that's what Christmas is all about anyway, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the true meaning.
Yeah. Well, I'll look forward to, since I can't enjoy the commercialism of Christmas with you. I'll look forward to enjoying the heartfelt love and kindness and
Yeah.
compassion that I know is really important to you.
Yeah. Getting to be around me is really the gift. So I'll
Sure.
give you that for Christmas.
Sure. Okay. Well, I might not see you on Christmas.
That's fair.
If you have any questions or comments or thoughts about Christmas movies, send us an email at theworstmoviepodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to like or subscribe on Apple, Spotify, wherever. We appreciate it. I'm Ade.
I'm Aaron. Thanks for listening to the Worst Movie Podcast.